Hey guys, hey, this is just going to be a test run for me since I've never done this before. Well, I've done streaming before, but not like this. Most of what I've done has just been, live video, where my camera's looking at me and I'm talking. But hopefully this will go over real well. If you have any issues, please, I'm on Facebook also. So just send me a message or comment below the post I just put up about live streaming on the Nightcop34 designs. But guys, what I'm doing is I'm pretty much done with version 2.0. But I've got some issues, or an issue that I'm trying to work out that's holding me up. I've put in the enhanced chickens, and this is where you're gonna buy your chickens at the livestock, and you'll drop them off right here. This is just right beside the sheep, or excuse me, right beside the pigs, in the sheep area. I haven't moved the chickens; they're in the same spot. But my problem is this, and I don't know if I switch windows if you guys can see. But I've got a log issue here that's saying the animal type is not found, and I don't understand that. It's running LUA error, which LUA is a file, like an XML type file. But it's I cannot find out why it's showing an animal type not found, because I run up here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't know, because on you see on this it's showing a different window. So let me switch windows here and see if maybe that'll help. Notepad. Yeah, this might do it here. Like I said, this is all new, so I wanted to do a test run on it. But here's the issue that I'm having. If I run an error, it's showing animal type not found. Error running LUA method, this animal husbandry on create. It's just showing, that's the only two errors I have, is just those two. And I've been working on this the last couple of hours trying to figure out, what's what's going on with it. Let me switch back to the window I was at. Okay, so let's go back there. And let me know if when I switch windows here, if it switches in the actual live stream. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can go over here to the live stream and watch myself. Let's see. Okay, it's showing that I'm live. Let's see, elapsed time. Okay, so I can see what I'm doing now. Now I want to see, just real quick, I don't mean to be boring here, but I want to know if I switch windows, if it switches in the video itself. I wonder what all those cursors down at the bottom for. It doesn't look like it's going to switch. I guess what I have to do is switch it here in my settings, window capture. So let me go back to Notepad and see if that does it. I think that may switch it. That's weird. I don't like that at all. I'd rather, whatever window I'm on, yeah, see. And see, there's my errors. I see I've got some people watching, so I do not know what's going on with this. If this wasn't the error, I would have already had this thing done, uploaded, and you'd be playing it already. But this error, animal type not found. Let me go back and switch back to the to Giants editor. Okay, so I've searched here. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I screwed up somewhere and didn't put the animal type in one of these triggers. But there it is right there. Is, you know, you see chicken, that's the animal type. Of course, this is, I did make this when I did the enhanced chickens, animal loading trigger for chickens. And this is the error that's, actually it's this error that's coming up. This chicken husbandry. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, if anybody out there knows what the issue is, please let me know. I've tried to get a hold of Maverick a couple of times today, and he's not at the computer, so I haven't been able to reach out to him. Or he hasn't reached back out to me. But, and let me know if my sound is okay. Here, let me jump back over here to Facebook on my Mac. If you guys can't hear me, let me know. Well, hell, if you couldn't hear me, you wouldn't be able to hear what I just said. That was kind of stupid. Here's my sign. Let's see. It looks like everything's, I mean, on the live stream that I'm looking at right now on my Mac on YouTube, it looks okay. But I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Let me see. Looking at right now. Okay, you can. My Mac. Okay, good. Okay, good. But here's where I finally found the chicken husbandry, because what I've been looking for is in the error it said animal husbandry on create, and I know this is all like a doctor trying to tell you what's wrong with somebody. You know, he uses all this. I've got a doctor's signature, but I don't have a degree. I don't have a doctor's degree. So, but me saying about chicken husbandry and all that, most of you are like, what the hell is that? So just bear with me when I'm saying stuff you don't understand. I apologize. I should just speak clear English, but Giant's editor, it does not speak clear English, so it's real hard for me to explain something without using the Giant's editor lingo. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, that's fine. Maybe the visual will help you out. And I have a lot of problem with English, guys. I don't speak French or Russian. I do speak a little bit of Mexican, Spanish, like taco, enchilado, nacho bel grande, you know, stuff like that. But I even have a problem with English, so just bear with me. You know, I'm from the United States of Alabama, and what you have to understand about Alabama is it's a state where it is legal to marry your cousin. So we're real slow down in Alabama, so I gotta talk real slow. I really gotta make sure I know what I'm doing before I do it, and most of the time that's not gonna happen. So anyway, but no, for those of you who are now wondering, and I kind of just feel the little light bulb blinking off and on right above somebody's head, I did not marry my cousin. Okay, just wanted to put that out there. I'm not related to my wife, except she's my wife. But anyway, I found this in the log. It said the animal husbandry, and I'm just gonna keep switching back over so you guys can see what I'm talking about. God, I do not like this OBS. I'm used to, when I do a live stream, you know, when I was doing it, because I'm a motivational speaker also. I go on stage and be a smart ass, and, you know, I'm in front of 2,000 and 3,000 people at a time, and I can't wait to hear what I'm going to say next. I have no idea. But when I get home, I usually get on a live stream or a live event with YouTube, because there's a whole bunch of people want to hear from me, and so I do all that. But when I share my screen and switch screen from one to the other, it shows up on the video with this OBS. And thank you to, I think it was Dragon or Daniel from Nick's Let's Play that turned me on to this and taught me how to do it. Let's see, let me go back to Notepad. Because see, here in this log, it says animal husbandry on create. It's running a LUA error. And for those of you who doesn't know what the errors are, what the LUA is, let me show you real quick. I don't know if it's going to pop up or not. Probably not. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm looking at the video now. So what I'm doing is opening a file in front of this notepad window, and it's not showing up on the video. But anyway, this animal husbandry, I was like, okay, what is that? I haven't messed with anything that's called that. And what you have to realize, and let me go back over to the Giants editor again. Is this chicken husbandry, that's just part of the game. I haven't messed with that. I haven't touched that, because you have chickens when you in any FS17 farming simulator game that you start, you're going to have chickens. And that's just part of the game. I didn't have to add that. I didn't have to edit that. I didn't have to do anything with this chicken husbandry. It's just part of the chickens in this area. Now, I did do the enhanced chickens, but that's right here. But that animal husbandry is right there on the on create. So I'm like, okay, well, that's the error in the log. So let me look around. And I looked all through this chicken husbandry. I'm not saying that right, I'm sure. But the tip triggers are fine. The eggs are fine. The mesh, Maverick did that mesh, I'm sure. But I have not touched this. So for that to be the error would be like slim to none, because it's been working all this time and I've never touched it until today, looking through it. Only because it had that same wording down in the user attributes. But I did add this enhanced chicken, so I thought, well, maybe that's the problem. It's got to be the problem. And I cannot find it, guys. Like I said, if I could find it, I am done with this map. Everything is complete. But except for this error that I'm getting in the log that this animal's not showing up. And here's what happens. When I launch the game, and I don't know if I can do that or not. Let me try to launch the game and see if it can show up in the live streaming. I don't know if it can or not. You know what? I'd probably have to... let me go to my my options here. Hold on just a second. And do the... yeah, I think there was a way to do the window, to make the game show up in a window mode. There we go. So I'm going to save it, and maybe it'll come back as a window so I can choose it, so you can see what I'm doing. Well, it didn't. But that's okay. Let me try it again. But either way, what happens when I launch the game, I have fast forward. It's a mod, and I've used it for like a long time. But if you hit Control R right now, the fast forward just keeps going. It won't stop. It just keeps going, and that's because of this error that's showing up in the log. So I've got to find it. I can't release 2.0 with this error going on. But anyway, what I did do is, like I said, the enhanced chickens, you get to choose whether you want to use these enhanced chickens for breeding to get more chickens or for eggs. And if I were, what I'm going to do is use it for breeding, because I'm going to take these chickens and I'll take them over here to the chicken breeding factory. I added that. I took the, I moved this shelter here, or the garage for your tractors and all that. I moved it from over there to here, and I replaced it with the breeding chickens. So that way you can bring your chickens that's been breeding over here, and they'll still breed, but they're going to turn into fat chickens. And when you get the fat chickens, and they also produce eggs and manure. So obviously, because of that, I forgot the gentleman's name, but he told me in one of my updates that You know, it was an overkill, and I agreed with him once I realized that these over here were, these little things here were not just storage. They were actually compost makers and all that. But he said, you know, the cows make manure. Now the goats won't make manure, but the chickens are going to make manure. And you'll load the manure here. And drum roll, the rabbits will also make manure. And here's my rabbits. You just load the manure here. You bring your rabbits here. You buy the rabbits at the store. Same thing with the breeding chickens. You'll buy the rabbits at the livestock, bring them here, and they'll turn in. Once you load the hay and the straw and the water and the rabbits, then they start breeding, and they turn into fat rabbits. And you'll see they get a lot bigger. And once that happens, you can take them and sell them, or you can take them to the meat factory and get rabbit meat. And with the breeding chickens, and I haven't put a label here yet because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. When I do release version 2.0, ladies and gentlemen, and I think there's more gentlemen than ladies, but right here, this is for loading and unloading. So you'll bring your chickens there and unload them, and the chickens will show up here in this chicken coop here, and they'll turn into fat chickens, and you'll see they've gotten a lot bigger. Then you'll bring your animal trailer in here, or no, I'm sorry, you'll bring the BD brown trailer or the product trailer and pick up the fat chickens, because they'll be in these animal crates. They won't be, you can't load them on the animal trailer. But you'll bring those there, or excuse me, you'll pick them up there and bring them over here to the meat factory, where I've added all the stuff at the meat factory. So here's the goats. So you'll bring your goats in right there. This is the meat factory. I know this thing moves pretty quick. Here, let me slow down a little bit. So you'll bring it from way over here at the animal area all the way across to the meat factory, and just drop off your goats here, and you'll get goat meat. And this is going to be empty, but when you start bringing goats in, you'll start seeing these goats pop up. But either way, I took a whole day, guys, trying to figure out how to add these animals to this meat factory when there was no more room. I mean, I put a building back here in the back to see if that would fit, and it didn't look right. I didn't like it. I added some sheds. I even took this little thing here and duplicated it and brought it over, thinking maybe I can drop off the chickens and all that there. But then I finally settled on making some dock doors, and this is where you'll bring your rabbits and put the fat rabbits there, and then put the fat chickens there. And when you do that, once it processes, you'll get the rabbit meat right here. Here's your rabbit meat. And guys, I know these aren't labeled. The pictures are there. It just says load here. If you want to know what product that is, if you just walk over to it, you'll see where it says rabbit meat right there on the label of the box. And right here, that's goat meat. So no, I don't have any labels. Maybe I should. I just thought it would look really tacky. I thought about it. I just think it would look tacky to have goats up here, or goat meat down there. I just like the picture. I don't really want to. That's why I went ahead and put the labels on each box. So each box will show you, this is lamb, this is ham. If I zoom in. So each one of them's got their own label. And, you know, with this picture, you know that's hamburger meat, but you get down here to the rabbit meat, it's like, what the hell is that? Is that something from, like, you know, Venezuela? Do they eat that there? They probably do. But anyway, that's what I did, is I squeezed the rabbits and the chickens in here, and then with the chickens, you're going to get chicken breasts, you're going to get chicken legs, and you're going to get chicken wings. So that's the products. But anyway, this still doesn't help me with the fact I've got an error that I cannot find in somewhere here in the animals. I did the breeding chickens, so I've looked all through that. And like I said, please, if anybody knows what I'm talking about this log where it says, you know, animal type not found, let me know. Give me a hint. Give me multiple choice. Hell, give me something. Ian said, is it not bad for their health being fat? Well, we want them to be fat because the fatter they are, the more meat we're going to get. And also, I failed to mention this when I was over at the meat factory. I've had a few, not a lot, but maybe, I don't know, 3 people come up and say, hey, you know, the production at the meat factory, you know, I put 100 cows in. Even Nick was one of them. He got with me on Steam and said, you know, I put 100 pigs in. I didn't get a lot of meat. So I've changed all the outputs. I've raised them all up. So like hamburger, I think I did 0.4 on that. I think that's what I did. So let's see. Output on the hamburger. Smoke them if you got them, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke them if you got them. Let's see. Damn, this thing loads. Now you see what I have to go through. I want to fix one little thing or go to one little thing, and it takes like forever, like waiting on Christmas or something. Yeah, see, this factor right here, that gives me, and I hope you can see that. Here, let me move my... But anyway, that's what makes it produce how much meat. For one cow... So basically, look at it this way. You put in 100% of a cow. Well, I've made it where you're going to get 40% of that cow back in hamburger meat. Now, when I imported this, and I'm not pushing blame. I just didn't know what the factors meant. This factor right here, I had no idea how to. Hell, I didn't even know there was a way I could make it produce more meat or produce less meat. I had no idea. But when I took this factory from PV Farms, or PV Rivers, that was the map where I got this from. And I added a lot of stuff to it, like the good meats here. I added that to it, all this stuff here to it. But anyway, I just imported it and changed all the triggers to equal what my products were. Because I think his is meat, mine's ground beef. So I had to change the fill types. But I didn't know what that factor meant. But he had it set it, for the hamburger, his was 0.003. So that meant when you put in a cow, you put in 100% of a cow, and you're only going to get 3% hamburger meat back. I'm like, so when everybody started complaining about that, not everybody, 3 or 4 people, that's when I started investigating how in the hell can I up the product coming out from these cows. And I think I've got this set at 1. And if this is set at 1, if the input is set at 1, that means that's 100% of the cow. But see, with the cows, with any animals, I have to subtract the horns, the skin, the intestines, the bones. So you can't put in 100% cow and get 100% meat back. That's unrealistic. So let's see. I mean, in real life, if you killed a cow and after you took all the bones and all the intestines and all the other stuff, you're going to get about 40% hamburger, and about 2% of that cow is going to be steaks. So that's what I did. I think it's 2%. Or, I'm sorry, 20%, not 2%. Let's see. Yep, the factor is 1. So when you put in a cow, it registers as one whole cow, 100%. But when it comes out, I've got it 40% hamburger meat. And then I also rearranged these. I put them in order, which took a lot of work. But it was just driving me nuts that hamburger was down here and the steaks was, I think, down here towards the end on the right. I wanted to group everything together. That's just me being anal. That's just me being I am a perfectionist. It's got to look right. I want it to look realistic, and I want it in order. So I moved the steaks next to the hamburger because that's the cow. And if you'll see the pigs, you got sausage, bacon, and ham. And then you got the lamb, the goat meat, and the rabbit meat. And then in the back you got the chicken meats. But anyway, this is going to give you 40%. And I think I put 2.2 on the steaks, which means you get 20% steak, 40% hamburger. So that's 60% of the cow. The other 40% of the cow is bones, intestines, skin, all that stuff. So yeah, that's 0.4. So that's 40%. That's the easiest way to explain it. I don't know if it's really 40%, but it's, I mean, that's the easiest way to, number-wise, that's the easiest way to explain it. And this is either going to be a 3 or a 2. I think I made it a 3. I could have made it a 2. I don't remember. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. See how slow this damn thing is? It's like, Jesus. They got all this technology and they can't make a software to run faster. Nope. That's the silo. Yeah, and this is steaks. So, let's see. It's either a 20% or 30%. Yeah, it's 30%. So basically, now you put in 100% of a cow, you're getting 70% back. Before, and Ian Scott, thank you, sir, very, very much. He was the first one to bring this to my attention, and Ian Scott is the reason I started researching on how to change this. I remember he told me, look, you know, I'm putting in all these animals and I'm not getting shit back. So I'm like, wow, you know, how would I change something like that? So anyway, I did some research. I watched some YouTube videos and learned how to do it. Thank you, Mr. Sky Wizard. And that's the channel that I watched. And then I confirmed everything once I got a hold of Maverick. He went into a lot more detail. So, I mean, Maverick is just so awesome. I mean, really, really, he's helped me a lot. But anyway, the problem with the meat factory is fixed. I think with the pigs, you're going to get you put in one pig and you're going to get about 80% meat back. Because I had to divide them between these three products. I think the sausage is 40%, this is 30%, and the ham is 10%. And like with the fat chickens, now see, the fat chickens is not that much, so you're going to get, like, I think I put this at 40% for the breast, 20% for the legs, and 1% for the wings. Not 1%, 10%. When I say 1, I'm talking about 0.1, 0.2, and 0.4. But either way, so that's where the new meat is. And I will do a complete video of all the updates I've done on this map, because the updates and the changes on this map are massive. I mean, I've changed so much around and added so much. So, and it's not just about the animals. Oh, here's the goats. I added the goats right here. And if anybody will remember, the old meal wool factory used to be right here. And I moved that over beside the meat factory. Here, I can go back over here and show you exactly where I moved it to. So here is the old mill. What is it called? Yeah, the old weaving mill. That used to be in the spot where the goats are now. So I added the goats. You're going to be able to get milk from the goats. And the only problem with that, the one thing I hate about getting milk from the goats, is I hate auto sell of any kind. And the only auto sell on this map is at the winery. And there's nothing you can do about that, because when people show up to drink the wine, then the wine sells. So that's a good thing. But I always hated at midnight my cow milk will sell, so I was great when they came out with the mod saying don't sell my milk. That does not work on the goats. So, but here's the goats. The milk will automatically sell. I put in this milk tank just for show, just to show everybody, you know, yeah, you're gonna get milk out of the cows, or excuse me, the goats. See, I don't even know the difference between a cow and a goat now. But yeah, this is just for show, so don't bring your truck over here and try to fill up the milk. It's not going to work. I also added grazing animals to the goats, so you don't have to, as long as there's grass here, you don't have to fill up the grass. This is where the wool pallets for the sheep, or excuse me, for the goats will appear, and the ones for the sheep I moved over here next to the sheep. Okay, I moved right here. So, and the wool pallets are the same for the sheep and the goats, but you'll be able to sell them or use them at a factory. And I also added the water trough to the goats. So there you go. I also added the water trough to the enhanced chickens. It's right here. So if you don't want to, and I don't like this right here. I'm probably going to change this. I don't like that just sitting out there like that. This, you know, the valve. I was thinking about maybe putting a fence behind it, or taking it and moving it right, like right here at the entrance. Put it right there. But the reason I haven't is because of the effect of the water. When you turn that on, you get to see and hear the water splashing in the trough. If I move it over there, you know, you'll lose that effect. You won't be able to hear it or see it because it happens so quickly. But anyway, I'm going to leave it right there for now. I don't like it just hanging out there in the middle of nowhere, basically. But I have got, let's see if anybody's saying, hey, Knight, it's Mark on Facebook. Did you change the price we get paid for produce? Yes. Now, Ian Scott. This is what I've done with all the prices, and a lot of people aren't going to be happy about it, and then a lot of people are going to be happy about it. I didn't know how to do it in the beginning, but as you get to do this, you start learning more and more as you go, and I figured out how to realistically, and when I say I found out because of Maverick. Maverick found out and then shared it with me. I want this map to be realistic. No way in hell should you take the white product trailer with 100,000 liters of something and get $100 and something thousand for it. That's unrealistic. It's not real. So what we've done is we've taken all the prices and we've made them all realistic. So you're going to take 100,000 liters of, say, Marlboro red cigarettes, a whole truckload, and you may get $32,000 to $35,000 for that truckload. Right now, with the map you have of Factory Farm, you're getting 100 and something thousand, 80,000, sometimes $200,000 for product that's unrealistic. Yeah, everybody's getting rich too quick. So I wanted to make it realistic. So we changed all the prices instead of, because on some of them you were getting like, I think it was like 1.7, 1.8, 2.2 per liter. And I'm just going to say, let's just say $2.20 per liter. We've backed that down to like 40 cents per liter because that's realistic. That's the pricing in real life. So that's what we've done. Me and Maverick both. If you've played his map, his new Joran's map, you'll see that you're not going to get rich real quick, but it is realistic. It is, like I remember just a truck full of eggs, I could get $80-something thousand, and I'm like, God, that's a lot of money, you know. But now you'll get like $12,000 or $15,000 for a truckload of eggs, which is realistic. So, but yeah, I have changed the prices. Let's see. Yeah, not responding. Good old Giants editor for you. Yep. Never back down 81. Yeah, good old. The other bits of the cows would go to make. The other bits of the cows would go to make fertilizer. I don't understand that, Ian. The other bits of the cows would go to make... Are you talking about manure? Yeah, I mean, sure, they're going to make manure. But I took the manure and I moved... These silos were over here. And in the map you have right now, that's where they are. And I just got rid of the shed that was behind here and put them there. It looks more organized to me. But anyway, I got rid of the manure, because right in this area you've got manure from the rabbits, the chickens, and the cows. And wait, does the pigs produce? Yeah, and the pigs, I believe. Yeah. So you got manure from... And hey, while I'm here, this is how stupid I was. For about a year, I did not know how to give my pigs a bath. Because every time I seen that, clean your pigs here. And I'm like, well, how in the hell am I going to get the pig over here into this little area and wash him? And when I finally started talking to Maverick, he explained it to me that instead of going in here cleaning up after your animals, you just clean them up right there. So no giving the animals a bath. Damn. I even went on to Mod HUD and looked for a mod that would allow me to click something and bring the chicken, or not the chicken, but the pigs, the cows, and the sheep into this area where I could give them a bath and get them all cleaned up. Because that's what it says. It says clean your pig here. So I'm like, well, okay, I want to... But they're just going to get dirty again. Why do I want to give them a bath? But anyway, that's... See, that's the part about being from the United States of Alabama. You know, we don't read between the lines. We just read, if we can. So, and look, I have never won a spelling bee contest. But little words like... See, these are like 3 letters, 4 letters. Pigs, I can read that. Get much more letters than that, and I'm lost. But, yeah, clean your pigs here. And that's really what I thought. I'm like, how in the hell am I going to get the pigs into that area to give them a bath? Wow, how stupid can I be? But, and I felt like an idiot when Maverick finally told me. Because all this time I did not know. But anyway, right here, this is part of the enhanced chickens that I've added. You'll be able to have the neighbor's kids put the eggs in there. And you have to make a choice when you first come in. And you can change your decision. But I would breed these chickens. That way you have enough... Because you got enough eggs. I mean, you can make eggs over there at the barn next to the farm. You can... and then the enhanced... Excuse me, the chicken breeding here, they also make eggs. And you can use these eggs at the donut shop or any factory you want to use it at, or you can just go sell them. But that's the products for the breeding eggs. This thing needs water. I think it just needs water and chickens. Yeah, that's it. Water and chickens. And then you get manure, eggs, and fat chickens. So, but I am still at a loss. Now it's going to get real boring now, because I'm going to be looking for this error. See, I added this animal loading trigger chicken. But see, I did that through a tutorial from SkyWizard, and I followed him to the letter. And the enhanced chickens in game work. They're fine. So now it's just really tedious, and I'm not trying to be boring on this thing. I really wanted to do one today as like a test run, since I've never used this OBS. Like I said, Dragon or Daniel, I forgot which one of them told me about it. But I wanted to try it out and see, okay, when I'm ready to actually go live, is this thing going to work? So it's nice to know it is working. I don't know what all those cursor images are below the video. I have no idea. I wonder if you take the video and make it full screen. Yeah, see, you can still see those below there. So I don't know. I don't know what all that... That's just me moving my cursor around. I guess it's recording it and sticking it to the underneath the video. Now on the hold on, let me see. on the, okay, so it is running. And does the, before I went live, I went into YouTube because it's not part of OBS, and I said, well, maybe I have to do the title and the description in YouTube. So I did it beforehand, so I hope it says Nightcop34 Designs Livestream Map version or V2.0 edits. And if it doesn't, let me know in the chat. You can chat me in Facebook or right here. I'm seeing your chats in here, so that's probably even better. Because I always had an add-on to my live streaming, so I was on my own website. It was streaming from YouTube, but I could embed the embedding code into my website and be live on my actual website. So this is all kind of new to me. But let's see, it is not the trigger, because in the log it says, let's see, this file has been modified. Yep, I want to reload it. Okay, so let me bring up, I'm not even on Giants Editor right now. I'm in the background looking. I'm going to bring up my log again. Let's see, edit with Notepad. Huh? Wow, it's not. Okay, something happened. Because now I'm not showing the... Oh wait, did I go to the right one? Yeah. I'm not showing that error in the log now. I haven't done a damn thing but talk. Maybe that's what it is with Giants Editor. You just gotta talk a lot. And it'll just change shit for you. I guess. Okay, so now I'm gonna go... Right now I'm in the background. I'm gonna launch the game and save it and pull up a new log. Because the error that I've been working with all day, I just pulled the log back up and it went away. So I'm like, what the hell? So let's see. Of course, earlier I didn't save the game. I saved the settings. Well, that's kind of weird. You guys didn't know I had ESP in. Okay, let's see. I'm in game right now. I'm just gonna save it. I know you can't see. That's why I don't like OBS. I gotta find something else to where the camera will follow whatever window I'm at. With OBS, it's like I gotta go back in there to the settings and switch the windows. That makes no sense. If I'm sharing my screen, I'm sharing my screen. Let's see if there's a... I'm in OBS right now. I'm going to see multiple adapter cat. What is that? Does anybody know about OBS and how I can make the camera follow me? Let's see. Explorer X. Steam Web Helper. Window default lock screen. What is that? Okay, that's just a blank screen. I wonder if that would do it. The screen may go black, but that's okay. I'm seeing if I move to another screen, if it will follow me, and that didn't help. So let me go back. I'm still live, guys. Hold on. Let me now the image should pop back up now. So let's see. So it's not the lock screen. Notepad, Explorer, Farming Simulator. Nope. So I can only, it's like I can only choose. Let me see if it says. See, did that make the cursors go away? Yeah. Now let's see if it's gonna follow whatever window I'm at. Nope. Okay, so let me just go back and set it back like it was. So if I want to switch windows, I have to actually go in here and change the window setting. But anyway, let me, I'm in the background right now looking at the log. That would be awesome if that actually did go away. So let's see. Okay, let me search for error. Nope, it's still there. Damn it. And it says animal type not found. Running LUA method animal husbandry dot on create. And the only place I find that, the running or the animal husbandry dot on create, is in the chicken husbandry. But I didn't mess with that. I haven't touched that. That's just part of the game, like the pigs and the sheep. I haven't touched those either, except to do the grazing animals, but that was in another add-on. That wasn't inside the pig husbandry or the sheep husbandry. But there's what it says, this on create right here. It says that's where it's pulling the error from. But I have not touched this area. So, and what I've added, and I know it's not the goats, because after I got done adding all the goats, I got done with the grazing animals for the goats. I tested everything with the goats. Before I ever added the rabbits, before I added the enhanced chickens, the goats were working perfectly. It was making milk, it was making wool, everything was working fine. So, and I haven't touched it since I tested it. So I know it's not the goats, because it doesn't tell me what animal it is. And since then, the only animals that I've added was rabbits, the enhanced chickens, and the breeding chickens. But again, after I added the rabbits over here, I tested everything except I have not loaded any fat rabbits. I have not physically loaded round hay and round straw. So I just went into the to my vehicle save game and added those products to see if it was going to work. So but before I release, I'm going to physically go in game and take hay and straw and add water and add the rabbits and see if that's, make sure everything's working. But I didn't get any errors after I added the rabbits. So it has to be this chicken breeding or the enhanced chickens. And I remember after I got done with the tutorial with enhanced chickens, I went in game, I saved and checked the error, and there was 0 errors after I put in the enhanced chickens. So to me, in my mind, and it could be anything, this is Giants Editor we're talking about, and some idiot from Alabama, so that's a loose nut behind the computer. But with this here, I just got it narrowed down to this this chicken breeding. But that's not even an animal type, so it can't be that either. I mean, the fat chickens is a product, not an animal type. And I know I put chickens in there, so I went over here to the enhanced chickens and said input. So the input would be, see, enhanced chickens. So I've checked all this. I mean, I've spent most of the day since about 11:30 this morning on this and still have not found out where that error is. Have no clue. So let's see. Come on. See, cheered chickens. Mod on Earth. That looks fine. The inputs would be the chicken, the water. See, food input. So you got the food, the water, and the bedding. So you got to add straw. I forgot about the straw. And then go down here to the, there should be a trigger for the animals. Come on, move. Okay. I'm just looking for the, there it is, number 2. No, that's not it. Okay, so here's product 3. So let's see what that is. That should be the, it should just say chicken. That should be the product that you're putting in there, and you're going to get out. No, this is the product, so you're going to get fat chickens out. So it should say, and it does, fat chicken, but that's not an animal type. That is a product in GE. So there's the products. That's the out stuff. And then here's the in stuff, but I don't see the, I had it up earlier. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It should be number 3. This is the in stuff for the chicken breeding. No, that's the wheat and barley to feed them. I'm just double checking myself is all I'm doing. No, that's the water. Damn it. If I wasn't on live stream, I'd have hit it the first time. Okay, let's see. I'm going to check the messages real quick. Just to make myself clear, the hooves and bones and guts would make fertilizer, and then skin would make lead. Okay. Well, I don't really have a way to take the hooves and all that and make fertilizer and leather from the skin. Have to go now. Time to watch Doctor Who. Good luck. Are the field prices still the same? Yeah, the field prices are exactly the same. I don't mess with those prices. No, the hooves and guts and the, okay, the other bits of the cow would go to make okay, I got it. Yeah, not responding. Okay. Alright. So, yep. And see, the first product is chicken, because you're going to bring chicken from the chicken coop area, bring it right over here and drop it off so they can turn into fat chickens, so you can either sell the fat chickens or you can take them to the meat factory. And it says chicken. I've even looked here to see if I might have an extra space or something, and nothing. So I'm at a loss. Let's see. Animal trigger. See, that's not going to show me nothing. But if anybody knows more about this than I do, please let me know what I'm not seeing. Let's see, the user attributes. Nope. Here, let me get rid of this. I don't need the attributes. I need to see the user attributes. Bring this up a little bit. See visibility. See, I don't see the issue. And the only place I see the wording for that issue is way up here in the... So it's got to be something with chicken husbandry. It's got to be, because that's the only place that this... To see, the error says animal type not found. Running LUA method animal husbandry dot on create. And there's an error there. And see here in the on create right here in this box, that's what it says in the error. This animal husbandry dot on create. And that's the only place I can find that at. I went through all the animals as far as for the chickens, the rabbits, and the goats, but knowing that it wasn't the goats. So I just kind of breezed through that because the goats were working perfectly. Let's see, chicken. That's spelled right. Shichkenwlswe. Yeah, chicken. But like I said, this sucks that I'm completely done. I'm ready to release this map, and I cannot find this error. See triggers. And I can't find this path. This character animal husbandry. This XML file, I can't find that because it's a DATS right here. It's part of the system. So it's not in my folder where I can go look at it. So let's see. It cannot be the chickens. I mean, I never touched any of these. Chicken mask, tip trigger, and the eggs. Nope. I've left that alone. I haven't touched it. So unless GE went in there and screwed with it when I wasn't looking, it can't be just the chickens. So I'm looking in enhanced chickens. Maybe I screwed something up there, but I went through that tutorial with Sky Wizard step by step by step. And after I did, I went in game and you see the chickens walking around. Now I have not tested it yet. I've not filled the water. I haven't brought any food. And I haven't brought any hay. It's either hay or straw, one of the two. And I haven't dropped off any chickens because I found this error in the log and I've been tied up on that. So, and this is the only thing holding the release of version 2.0 up. Because everything is done. Except to find this error. Let's see, map on create. See, that's not what the error says. So inputs food, water, and bedding. Input triggers. And the way you get the chickens, guys, is you just the same way you would the cows or any other animals. Once you want to take the chickens over to the chicken breeding, you just come right here, pull your animal trailer. Well, no, these are going to be, yeah, they'll be just regular chickens. You'll pull the animal trailer up, and what I've done is I've taken the animal trailer from Jordan's farm, and I've rescripted that trailer. So in the last update, version 1.5.2, I added 2 animal trailers to the mod pack inside the zip folder. Well, I've since deleted those 2 animal trailers because I've changed the trigger type to each of the animals when you take them to the meat factory, because the trigger with the trailers I had were real touchy. You'd have to back up and pull forward and back up and pull forward, and I don't like that at all. That's not realistic. So I rescripted the triggers and took Joran's the animal trailer at Joran's farm with Maverick's permission, of course, and I imported that mod out, rescripted it to work on this map. So now you won't have any issues as far as, you know, taking the meat to the meat factory, dropping off cows. It's all I've turned it all into a liquid trigger, so it just works better. You know, I know a cow's not liquid, but it just, that type of trigger works the best. So I rescripted the mod desk and rescripted the mod itself, and now it will work perfectly. So you'll pull that one trailer up, load the chickens, and then bring them over here and drop them off in here, and that's it. And because the only thing you're going to be able to do with these chickens is take them back to the livestock store and sell them back and lose money, or bring them here to the chicken breeding and they'll turn into fat chickens. Now you can sell the fat chickens, or you can take the fat chickens to the meat factory and process them for the chicken wings, the breast, and the legs. It's just totally up to you. But no, I've not gotten off the fact that I need to find this error. And see, I've even went into the i3D file itself, the map file, and I could not find any issues there. but I just keep getting, see, no, that's in the i3D. I know, and it's in the mod desk, this path here, enhanced chickens. Well, I'm starting to lose the audience. We had 7, now we have 3, so I guess I'm being very, very boring, which I understand. I wanted to do the live stream just as a test. I wanted to see, okay, what exactly do I have to do to actually go live if I'm not recording my face and sharing my screen on my website. So that's that was the whole reason for going live right now, and to kind of explain to everybody, version 2.0 is ready. It's ready to go, except for this one error on an animal type cannot be found. So, but anyway, I'm going to keep working on it, ladies and gentlemen. I will find it eventually. Let's see, movers. No, it can't be movers. That's just movers 1. Chicken nose. That's the visible. Collect eggs. Player trigger. Let's see if see, that would be about the menu. And but there's no menu here. Why would it have a menu? Okay, yeah. No, why would it have a menu trigger? And see, that has no user attributes. Let me look at the menu trigger. This is so irritating to do all this work, ready to release. And I was just, I started the game, I saved it, I was going to check the log real quick and then start testing. You know, go to the rabbits and drop off the water, go to the chicken breeding, take it over to the meat factory, just make sure everything was working, and then I was going to release it. This should have been released today about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Because I got up and I was in front of my computer working on it at 11:30 this morning. And right after that, when I just launched the game and saved it, I just wanted to real quick, you know, just check the log and then go on in there and start testing. And when I tested the log, there was the issue. And I've been stuck there all day long. So, add me to your Christmas card list, guys. I'm crybaby in here. Need a little cheese to go along with my wine, I guess. See, ground. See, that's not it. So, I just don't think it's the enhanced chickens. Because, see, I didn't get this error. Yesterday, I completed this. And then I worked on the meat farm, adding the meat. And I didn't run the log yesterday. But it has to be this enhanced or breeding chickens here. It has to be. Because the log was clear until then. I'm almost ready to delete this, save it, and then go check the log again. Because I can back up this map, put the backup on my desktop, delete this from this file right here, then launch it again, check the log, and if the error is gone, then that'll tell me, yeah, it is the chicken breeding. And then I can just bring the backup map back in here. I think that's what I'll do, because that'll tell me whether, yeah. Let me save this real quick. I'm going to delete this breeding chicken. Let me back up my map first. Make another copy of the whole file. Because if I delete this and save it, and then go in game, save a game, then check the log, and if that error is gone, that tells me it's the breeding chickens. And if it's not, then I'll delete the enhanced chickens and see. I'll just start deleting until I find out what the problem is. Because right now I'm just bouncing around wondering which one it is. I should have done this earlier. I wish this was a lot more entertaining. I really do. I should have had you guys in here yesterday when I was putting in the enhanced chickens. Or not the enhanced chickens, the chicken breeding. But I just thought about it about an hour ago, like, hey, I could be live right now and try it out. Okay, so that's done. I wonder what would happen. Here, let me bring it up on YouTube. I'm gonna close this window and see if, what is that gonna do to the video? I know there's a short delay. Wow, it's still filming. Okay, I'm in the background right now. I'm gonna back up my map. Well, here, let me go to close out the log file and the, yes. I'm just in the background right now in the Notepad++. See, that's why I wish the camera would follow where I am. See the Map V2.0 file. I'm just shutting everything down so I can back up this map. Yes. And close the log. And then let's go here and some mods. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, just delete this whole thing. So let me get over here and back up. I'm just waiting for the old one to delete. Let me move this file. I'm still here. I'm just in the background. Since the camera does not follow what window I'm in, that sucks. That I have to actually go into OBS and tell it which window to go to. It's just crazy as hell. I mean, why wouldn't it? Whatever window I have pulled up is what window should be recording. And that's what I'm used to, but wow, that's crazy. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to back up the old file, the whole map file, Factory Farm. Okay, so while that's backing up, let me just look at one more thing here. No, it has to be this. Let's see. Visibility. You know, I was told many times from people on Nick's crew and some other people that's not on Nick's crew, that's on my Facebook, that people want to see you live stream because when you're editing a map, you know, people like to watch that. To me, I thought, well, wow, that would be awful boring, you know, just to watch somebody edit a map. And the one, I forgot the guy's name, but he was like, oh, no, you don't understand. People would just drove in there to watch you do that. Well, I think I've proven him wrong, because I started and I went up to 7 watching, and now I'm down to 2. So I think I was right. I think it's boring. I don't think people want to watch it. I wouldn't want to watch it. Want somebody just edit a map. Of course, this part is boring because I'm just looking for an error. If I was actually adding stuff, maybe that might be a little bit more exciting, especially when I start gritting my teeth and saying a few cuss words. So, but okay, so let's see if this is backed up. Nope, still backing up. All right, guys, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to delete this this breeding chickens, and then I'm going to go into the game and save it and see if the error is still there, because that's going to narrow it down where I need to stay at and where I need to look at. So, but guys, I really appreciate you watching. Oh wow, I've been on here an hour and 9 minutes. you know, when I came on here, I was only going to stay on about 30 minutes and then, you know, get off and then keep doing what I'm doing. But just know this, spread the word. As soon as I find this error and I fix it in the log, version Factory Farm 2.0 will be released. So, guys, let me go over here. I hope I can save this video. I don't even know how to do that yet. Let's see, stop streaming. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Any comments you want, just put it in the Facebook or here. I'll see either one. But I really appreciate your guys' time. I know your time's valuable, so thank you so much.